weekend is upon us, and no doubt more tension, more story.
So much, as you understand, Pep Guardiola without Rodri and De Bruyne.
And the early games have been done and dusted, and you see
lots of changes, but really exciting. Champions, you've got to give them something to think about, but it's
now telling a story. It gives us a steer on
key if Fulham are going to do anything in this game. So
Fulham should take great pride from. They'll be beaming all. Walker is on the bench. He could make his 400th Premier League. Options show how far Fulham have come since their promotion back to the top serial meetings with Pep Guardiola. So today really does represent. This has been a very one-sided. Brentford had the ball in the back of the Manchester City net. So Silva, where's it going to bounce? To Gundogan! A whisker away from an opener in. Jimenez making a nuisance of himself. Robinson swept in behind. Fancies this one. It's Haaland. It back from Gundogan. He had option.
How do Fulham approach it? Do they play? Do they invite the press?
Here's Haaland galloping on and through. Well,
I'd keep that back four intact so that one of the wide players.
Haaland tiptoeing his way round. Just couldn't apply the force to really. Jimenez trying to get away from Diaz. And Kovacic. Iwobi hits it and has to settle for a corner. Over for Bernardo Silva, who looks for the run of Lewis. Over it comes towards Diaz, who was trying to break free. It's Iwobi. And winning a corner. Well, part of the England plan. Up goes Jimenez. Manchester City wide open for a moment. Not much space out there for Manchester City to work in. But they have a set in from Foden. Haaland is there. Hoisting it high. It won't be. Leno trying to get from
City are not set.
Not one of Manchester City's finest. Who has Robinson with him. Lewis in the way. Kovacic. And Gvardiol. And he's away from Rico Lewis. It's Adama Traore. And only Edison could save Manchester City there.
Very, very well initially, but the strength just
somehow manages to reel that one in. In towards Gundogan. Well, he took a little moment to get his bet. Jimenez again, trying to create one for Pereira. It's beautifully made.
From Fulham, they worked it well, they moved the ball around into different positions. From left, I think it's too much, but what about this? That little flick, sensational. Akanji doesn't see it.
Strength to strength, and now they're having a go at the champ. Traore free in the middle, here he is! Oh! How on earth wasn't that two?
You know, in those counters, the moments.
So often though he has two to tangle with. Tete and Iwobi being that duo, it'll be... Diaz rising. Kovacic!
As the ball comes in, no wonder they're pleased with it. They work so much on the set piece. Even Diaz all around it, getting involved, and he just steps onto it really, really quickly. Kovacic strike.
Towards Haaland, it almost settled for him. Room for Foden and for Lewis. Any space, but both can scrap just about along the line. Room. And finding Iwobi.
You'll be in that corner, kick taker, the delivery's not right.
Again, and Gvardiol! Fulham in all too easily. And maybe Traore. Just trying to tempt Robinson. Another tempting ball in. Well, here's someone... Breezes past Iwobi, and there's Bernardo Silva. Optimistic now, Jimenez. Bernardo Silva skipping away from Robinson. Well, team talk time is just a few minutes away. Under from Bernardo Silva, which drops eventually for Rico Lewis. Foden just found some space. competitive first half, far closer than last season's match. Lukic and Bassi look to foil Manchester City. Ball over from Foden. Bernardo Silva. Kovacic! Oh, less than 2 minutes on the board, and Mateo Kovacic has his and City's second.
Wonderful touch, awareness, just took that defensive line from Sanderberg, and the touch from Kovacic.
Kovacic, kick. Haaland rises. Kovacic. Lewis. Foden with room to shoot. Now, oh, was he caught by Robinson? He was. Foden. Doku and Walker have to wait for now. Sasha Lukic, Haaland prowling, Sanderberger away, Rico Lewis by Robinson. Jimenez in the middle, has Foden in support, and Calvin Bassi will go into the book. Doku, nicely done for Foden, watched all the way by Bernd Leno.
On for Akanji, see if that's going to be the case.
His Premier League debut coming. Iwobi trying to cushion it. The question is, can he finish? Oh, nearly. Robinson taking on Lewis. Anderson under pressure, likewise Bassi. Iwobi now trying to run away from Gvardiol, who recovered through.
Yeah, it's fascinating, but when you talk about what...
Who's scored in 2 of his last 3 appearances, Rodrigo Muniz. And as you said a few moments ago, Fulham now really have to push on.
Yes, but getting caught out slightly.
Taking on Lewis, Kenny's there, Jimenez! What a block that is from Gvardiol. Late on in that draw with Arsenal. Pops it off for Adama Traore. This is Lukic.
This is the area Fulham have been dangerous.
Options gathering in the middle, he fancies it himself! Oh, that is fantastic!
Really well, such power. The ball diverts and sort of drifts to that far top corner. And Pep demanded to make sure they take all 3 points. And once he dips inside, it's that little jink, then hits it extremely well. Such power. And just couldn't get the finish. You talked about the inconsistency, didn't you, earlier?
Here's Castagna, seen off by Diaz. Nelson. Muniz. In. Fulham lifeline this time round.
It's game on. Want to play forward. This ball comes across. Great first touch. And as he turns, really, as you've seen last season.
Con kia nó không thích chào à? Con kia cơ, chào chưa? Chào chưa? Chào chưa? Con ong con bướm này chào chưa?